The artist of the painting that I have chosen is Edouard Manet. Manet was born in Paris, France on January 23rd, 1832, to a very wealthy and connected family. His mother, Eugenie Desiree Fournier, was the goddaughter of the Swedish Crown Prince Charles Bernadette, from whom the current Swedish monarchs are descended from. His father, on the other hand, was a judge who wanted his son to follow in the same exact footsteps as he did. Although Edouard had other plans of becoming an artist due to inspiration he gained from his uncle, who would constantly take him to the Louvre, where astonishing art would be displayed. At the age of 16, upon his father's request, he sailed out to Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, to attend military training for the French Navy. After several failed examinations, Edouard Manet returned home to France, where he decided he would pursue a career in art. He would then go on to get married in 1862 to his former piano teacher, Suzanne Leenhoff, whom he had a relationship with for about 10 years prior to their marriage. Edouard Manet's artwork are known to have German, Italian, and Dutch influences, as he spent much time during the 1850s in these European countries studying and applying certain artistic aspects to his own work. Manet is most famously known for being one of the first 19th century artists to paint modern life and for being a pivotal figure in the transition from realism to impressionism. He often displayed his artwork at the Paris Salon and later on decided to open up his own exhibition where he would display all of his most proud work. Edouard remained a prominent influential artist until his death in 1883 in Paris at the age of 51 due to a fatal untreated illness of syphilis and rheumatism. The title of this painting, Gian Spring, initially gives the affirmative that the woman in this picture is named Gian, and it is based upon a spring setting. Upon research, this image depicts a young actress by the name of Gian de Marcy, who appears to be posing and looking away from the viewers of the art piece. In the forefront of the artwork, we can clearly see the figure of what appears to be from a high-class woman. This is due to the fact that de Marcy in this painting is seen wearing a lace parasol, floral bonnet, high ruffled collar, white silk dress with floral accents, and caramel-colored leather gloves. A dress that was appropriate and common for women of affluent background to dress in during the 19th century. In the background of the painting, we see a variety of branches and leaves that ultimately cover up the majority of the blue sky, which can signify that the painting of Gian is set in front of what appears to be a garden. The colors in this painting are very bright, making it very easy for those viewing the art to depict what is what. Green, blue, brown, and yellow are the most commonly used colors throughout the painting, as they can be seen throughout the background of the painting as well as in the floral accents of the dress. The usage of light in this painting is most noticeably seen throughout the face of Gian to above her elbow, where it notably begins to get darker. This can be seen as a focus point for the viewers of this painting, as it is one of the only areas throughout the whole painting where there are a series of sharp lines. Unlike the rest of the painting, the lines are not straight, but rather a series of incoherent lines creating a background that can still be depicted by those viewing it. It is due to paintings like this one that Edouard Manet has stated, "There are no lines in nature, only areas of color, one against another." The following artist of the second painting is Vincent van Gogh, who was born in Groot-Zundert, Holland, on March 30th, 1853. Vincent van Gogh was raised in a religious household as his father was a pastor and grew up to be fairly emotional while also lacking self-confidence throughout the way. This was one of the many personal problems that Vincent van Gogh dealt with throughout the majority of his life, as socializing and stepping out of his comfort zone were not ideas he was fond of. Not following his father's vocation, he went out to Belgium where he would study art and begin his career as an artist. In 1886, he went to Paris to join his brother Theo, the manager of Goupil's gallery. Although, throughout his life as a painter, it is sad to say that he was not a successful seller of his art, as he only sold one painting during his lifetime. This does not mean that his artwork was not one of a kind. It only shows that the popularity of his artwork grew after his passing. Towards the end of Vincent van Gogh's life, He rehabilitated himself in an asylum where he painted over 100 paintings of nature-themed images. He often surrounded himself by the gardens and would study the movements of flowers and then paint them using his abstract techniques. Vincent van Gogh's life would ultimately end on July 29, 1890, as he suffered a self-inflicted gunshot wound, ending a lifelong pain that he was constantly facing during his lifetime. The title of the work is called Irises, as throughout the painting there are irises overflowing the borders of the image, with a variety of colors and species of plants. In the forefront of the image, we can see colorful irises and flowers growing out from the dirt in what appears to be a garden. These monumental irises overflowing the borders were probably influenced by a decorative pattern of Japanese woodblock prints. In the background of the picture, we continue to see irises and flowers incoherently fill up all the empty spaces. Although, the straight sharp lines that allow the viewers to see where the irises were growing from in the forefront of the image are no longer visible in the background of the image, as they seem blocked by those irises and flowers in the front. The most prominent colors used in this painting are green, blue, orange, yellow, and white, as they can be seen throughout the countless irises and flowers. The image is also very bright, as light was used to show the overall beauty of the whole garden. A beautiful, pleasing image that may contrast the eternal feelings Vincent van Gogh was enduring during his stay in the asylum. It is astonishing to know that in a place so dark and scary, an art piece of beauty can be created. It is for these reasons that during his final days of life after leaving the asylum, Vincent van Gogh stated, "I put my heart and soul into my work, and I lost my mind in the process."